Hello, I'm Bulamataris. This is Luke, and I'm joined, as ever, by my wonderful co-host, Mr. Badger. Hello, Mr. Badger. Yes, the box hasn't been moved. It's been a week, so I still have a box in the background. But oh, hello, Heavy. How are you? I hope you were talking to the dog there. Someone called you handsome. Right. I am today painting yet another Space Marine. 2 if I get a chance. Looks even dustier on the camera.
You get yourself a big tank brush like this bad boy and
yeah, I think that's the plan.
Dust all your models. Don't use it to paint, just dust.
Yeah. What are you painting today, Mr. Badger?
I am going to be painting some good old scenery from the Octavius.
Nice.
Octavius, sorry, not Octavius.
So big chunky bits, not necessarily much detail going on, but happy days. How is Heavy today? How are you, sir? Ooh, I'll tell you what, I am drinking some rather scrumptious ciders today. I have got some toffee apple cider right there.
Old brother stuff is actually really nice.
It is.
Purely because it's very sweet stuff.
It's a sugar rush. And then I've got a rhubarb and custard one down there. I'll start on them and I'll go on to the remainder of my my cider stockpile that I had. Ooh, yummy.
The other day.
Fucking delicious. Go on, the other day.
I was just mentioning about the ciders, but also, to be honest, I can actually mention something else myself.
Please do.
Because really, the other day, also, me and the good lady friend, were trying out some of the Dead Man's Fingers flavours.
Oh yes, you were, weren't you? You were talking briefly about this on yesterday's stream. I
can honestly say that hazelnut stuff is too smooth.
Yeah, Fern said in her stream that the hazelnut stuff was dead nice.
It's dangerous. It's very dangerously drinkable.
Oh, I'm glad you're good, mate. I'm happy to be here. It's Heavy. We're happy to have you, mate. How are we? How are we? I'm good. Are you good?
I'm pretty alright.
Sweet.
Okay.
A fairly productive day at work, and what do you do after a productive day? You have a little unwind, paint some Warhammer. Oh yes. So I'm going to try to get as much done today as I can. We just have a nice zen time, so you know we might only get through the one model.
Well, yeah, probably.
Yeah, these streams are like a lot. Like I've been streaming really long streams lately. Like the last 2 I've done are like 5-hour streams.
Well, there's a reason for that.
Was there?
First of all, MechWarrior 5 has a tendency just to take up a lot of time.
It does.
Because of just missions. Unfortunately, that is one of the downsides of MechWarrior 5, is that it must artificially extend the length of the main campaign by forcing you to essentially up your reputation.
It's a bit of grinding. I mean, you grind in many games, don't you?
Yes.
I don't think the grind is that significant, honestly. It's I mean, I've not noticed the grind yet. I'm just still trying to get the better mechs, which is part of the grind, I guess, isn't it?
I was going to say a lot of what you would think would be it is still grind, but the missions, even though some of them are very similar, have a tendency to play out differently every time because you don't know what you're coming up against.
And I think that sort of game is brilliant. It's one of the reasons why I can never get bored of football games. I know that it's not a genre you're into, but because every game plays completely differently, you can be 2-0 behind after 10 minutes, and you have to fight your way back, or you could be like 4-0 ahead and for the whole game sort of thing.
Laughing maniacally at the corpses littering the field as you're filthy tackles just destroy the enemy.
And yeah, it was like that yesterday, wasn't it? We got absolutely trampled on by a
Yeah, we got
level
pretty
70.
pounded hard.
Yeah, level 70 missions are nothing to be scoffed at, man. We got our bumholes, shoved in.
And out, and then in, and then out.
Yeah. But then we came back and did some good stuff on a level 60 mission.
Well,
I don't think we're ready for 70s yet, but
we've got 2 assault mechs, and 2 pretty high-end heavies.
yeah.
So we are good for the majority of our power level now.
Yeah.
If we can find a location that rocks up 100 tonner, that's it.
Yeah.
We're golden.
Just grind it till we get the mech.
Pretty much what it's going to be.
Right. I'm just using a big brush just to go on here. Heavy, are you painting anything with us tonight? Well, what have you been painting this week? Let us know. You want to give us a sneak peek of your handiwork in the chat, in the Discord server? Let us know. We will be going through the Discord if we get any stuff posted. So if you're watching and you're not in the Discord, there is a link to the Discord now in the About section on the Twitch page. If you're watching through a mobile phone, I believe it's a pain in the ass to find. So I can paste the link in chat as well, if you prefer.
Always a pain in the ass.
Aye. Just trying to get this Avalon Sunset on here before it all dries out. I like to get at least one coat of paint, one coat of Avalon done before I start putting any of the other colours on. Oh, I just started some Grey Knight Purgatian models. Purgatian? Is that a thing?
Negation.
Ah, right, Purgation. I can't read.
Wrong.
I can't read.
Essentially, I think those ones are the flamethrower heavy squads.
Nice. He finished Castilian Crow yesterday.
Ooh.
Nice.
I'm sure he has the new model as well.
Ooh.
Like one of the new models.
Show us the shiny thing, Heavy. I want to see the shiny thing.
He wants to see the shiny thing.
Oh, I fucking do, you know.
Are you sure you're not an orc?
Do you know what? I've never had an orc army, and I might get one. I don't know.
Well,
No.
the thing is, once the new boys come out properly,
Yeah.
like the new boys sets come out, you might have a look and a wait and see what the new battle force that they'll bring out, because they'll have to. Well, they probably will change it because they have already changed things like the Mechanicus battle force.
Yeah. Is that the start collecting
Yeah,
sets? Yeah.
because the current start collecting set is essentially a Pain Boy, a Death Dread, and a bunch of dudes, and I think a bunch of gnomes.
Ooh. Okay, so it's not very bad. Not bad value at all.
Not bad. No, the start collecting are always much better value. Obviously,
Alexa,
as you know,
shut
by collecting the Tau, their battle box
Alexa.
set had an ethereal in it, and the battlesuit squad, and the standard squad, and essentially you're getting the ethereal for free.
Yeah. He's going to show us his precious. And but the word I can't say squad has 4 heavy side cannons, which are going to be ridiculous, I'm sure, because their psychic abilities are a dick.
A dick or just a dick?
Riddick. Oh, no, that's the Thousand Suns I'm thinking. The Grey Knights I'm not entirely sure about.
No, the Grey Knights would have psychic. Grey Knights are essentially, super psychers.
Super.
Themselves.
Yes.
They're like the Imperium's super psychers. They're anti-demon troops.
Excellent stuff.
Here comes the Badger rolling in with his relatively vast lore knowledge.
Indeed. Oh, fuck's sake.
But just like the Imperium, it's difficult to access.
Yes, the one thing I forget every single episode. Bloody tissue. So I'm going to pop it on Badger Cam, and I'm going to go quickly run and grab this off tissue. So entertain the people, Badger.
I will try and entertain the people, Badger. Just, I don't know how much I can. Just sit here, jibby jabber, talk about how the majority of this model is essentially going to be just me walking it. Actually, I got pointers on how to get this painted very, very quickly off the Games Workshop staff, because they were essentially telling me, they wanted to get their Octarius set out and about, and the guys wanted to paint their set quickly, so they chose the fastest method, which was spray painting it down with lead belcher, then just doing what I'm doing and washing everything in Null Oil. Then they go about doing just some dry brushing, and finally they fill out the details before essentially washing it a second time on the details that they've got. So a lot of this is going to just be metallic colours for the back. Wow. I can't say I'm a nice Imperial citizen, because dirty Tyranid player. I'm all for the swarm tactics, the literal swarm tactics as well. I was just letting the ladies and gentlemen know how I was informed by the Games Workshop staff on probably one of the better ways to paint these models. Is that like the not Hasbro? It's not Hasbro. It's a different set of the paints, just a different paints company. Does it? If so, at some point in time, I really, really should have a look at some of the other paint. Vallejo's one of the competitive paint things.
I'm muted! Oh no! Sorry. I was just letting Badger know about your suggestion. It's
Yeah.
damnation.
Well, does that mean that I was muted as well?
No, I was muted. You were fine. I just muted myself on OBS. I forgot to unmute myself because I'm an idiot.
An idiot. But that might have also muted me as well.
No, I didn't. Don't worry. They were hearing me jibber jabber.
I can work on that. I can work with that. I'll have to have a check about those paints.
Right.
Now I've got to let this one dry, so what I'll do is I'll quickly switch to a different bunch of things.
Really nice.
Many other things.
Really nice weathering paint, apparently.
Glorious stuff.
There was way too much water on this brush by the time I started this, and I'm really spreading this paint a bit too thin. Can always have more layers, can't I?
You can.
Might need to switch brushes after this. It's almost impossible to dry this brush enough once you've washed it.
Yeah, so I was explaining how the Games Workshop staff actually gave us some good pointers on how to paint this stuff pretty quickly.
Yeah. Yeah, the Games Workshop staff attempted to teach me how to dry brush at one point, but probably to no avail. I am getting better at it, I know, but...
Oh, stubborn boy!
I am a very stubborn boy.
They're like, no! It must not be done this way. It must be done the way that I need it done.
Which is
Oh,
perfectly valid.
come on, guy. Come on, Games Workshop.
What?
See this? This little cross section right in
Yeah.
in that window. That's not supposed to be there. That's a mold thing.
Oh, you're supposed to clip that out?
Yes.
God,
I'll get it
damn
clipped out after I've done all this stuff. I was like, why?
It looks like it could go in there if you wanted a window panel.
Possibly, but I'm going to clip it out.
Yeah. Probably one of those optional things that you can leave on if you want.
Big old boy out. Soak all of it. And hopefully by the time I've done all of this, should kind of be
Hello, Luke.
okay to start doing stuff on the other one.
Hi. Well, a big yawn, Luke. I am visited by a doge.
The sleepy doge.
You farted, haven't you? He has.
Beats the fifth.
Are you looking at my paintwork? Making sure it's up to scratch. It's not food. It's not food. Okay. Are you going to stand over me the whole time I'm painting here?
Probably gonna do that.
But why did you just lick the end of my paintbrush?
Helping.
Dogs are weird.
The question is, did he lick the fluffy end or the?
Oh no, the pointy end at the end, or the other end, the back end. The end I'm not painting with.
Oh, we need to clean. Flip this bad lad over. If I don't
What?
cover my desk in the wash.
What you doing, Luke? Yes, I know you want attention. I'll give you some in a second. I just need to use this paint up and then I'll wash my brush. Oh, he's got off. He got bored of me. I was taking too long. I was taking too long to deliver the fusses.
Where it comes back about. Just after you've dipped in another
Oh, you know,
paintbrush full of paint, you'll be like, yo, what?
yeah, you know it's gonna happen. Oh,
Said it would be 5 minutes.
there came and went.
5. Liars!
Where's Puppy? Well, she must be up in the other room. Dogger!
Yes.
See, this is one of the things we have at this stream. We have lots of dogs. All of my streams have lots of dogs in them.
They are very dog-stracting.
Indeed. Alright, this brush. Just go like that. Yeah, it's got a nice point to it still. Happy days. Right, let's start moving with the red, I think, next.
Still a bit damp.
Yeah, you can still definitely see the black underneath this. So let's get the the camera thing so I can manually do it, so I don't have to rely on it actually zooming in. Yeah. There we go. Whee! So yeah, you can definitely still see the black underneath that, but it's only a first coat. Once I get the other colours, let me just move that a bit further that way there. Yeah, once I get the other colours started, I'll go over it again and do a second coat. Ha! The second coat usually is also my tidy up phase. Well, if I've made any mistakes, which, let's be honest, I'm guns to make mistakes. It just happens.
Make them mistakes.
Yep. Right. Mephiston Red.
Everyone loves a good scrap, and every orc loves good scrap.
Indeed. Right. Now I need a paintbrush that's still got a spike to it. And doesn't have just random bristles hanging off the end of it, which this one kind of does. These paintbrushes were great until like about 4 streams ago, and then they started developing random bristles.
No one can stop paintbrush degradation.
Yeah.
You can only extend the life of the brush.
Maybe, but maybe I should have just bought like not cheap brushes in the first place. These are kind of cheap a little bit. I can move the camera down a bit. Whoop.
Can you actually get like a reasonable set of
I did.
third-party stuff?
I did, but I think I went for probably the cheapest brushes on Amazon that have that sort of triangle grip thing. It had good reviews and that, but
Also, we have kind of been pretty heavy on these brushes.
I mean, you say that. I've been painting once a week, which is this. This is my one painting time every week.
For you, that's pretty heavy on those brushes.
Yeah, true. But I'm sure that like people who paint more often have to buy brushes more often.
Very likely.
Yeah, and I've had these. Oh god, must be a good few months now. Can't remember what episode it was that I bought these on.
You got them before you started painting your broadside.
Oh right, okay.
Because you were like, oh, I'm going to need some brushes for this big boy.
Yeah. So
essentially, just before you started painting that lad.
So the broadside was like 3 episodes, I think. And the Lehman Ross was 6.
Which one?
After the broadside, I did a smaller model, didn't I? I did a set of something?
I think you did some heavy weapons.
I did a heavy weapons team, yeah. Did I do any normal Imperial Guard as well, or was that just my imagination?
You may have finished Office Squad.
Yeah. That's a good number of episodes. I must have had these for about 3-4 months. If not longer.
It was a good life.
Yeah. Some of the brushes are fine because I don't really use them all that often. But yeah, some of them, this and the next one down especially, because these are the size brushes that I feel a lot more comfortable with.
Standard brush and the small.
I guess. They've really started to show their age now. So I might just get a couple of brushes just to replace these two, size-wise.
Oh, get the ones that you use the most.
Yeah. Bear, what you looking at?
He says, I heard that Luke licked that brush. I must also taste it.
I must taste the brush. Let's see if there's some heresy.
Lick for heresy. I found none, so I must lick it again just to make sure.
Indeed.
Just like those biscuits. Heresy.
There must be some heresy in there somewhere. There's no such thing as innocence, only degrees of guilt.
I do like that that line from Dawn of War.
Yeah. Dawn of War is an excellent game. I'd love to see them remaster that.
Well, the first lot of them, if they...
Yeah, they just, you know, get all of the DLCs together, so you've got like multiple campaigns you can choose from on the start menu.
Well, if they do it like the Command & Conquer remaster, where they essentially have Red Alert, the original Command & Conquer, Tiberian Sun, Red Alert 2, I think it is, as well. That would be spitting!
Yeah, man. I'd pay good money for that, but unfortunately THQ is no longer THQ.
Westwood doesn't exist anymore, Dave.
Yeah, I know.
So it can be a thing?
I suppose. But, you know, the property would need to go to someone who is capable, and Dawn of War 3 has shown us that they're not capable. At all.
Honestly, I liked the look and the story.
Look and story are nothing to do with the developers. That is straight ripped from the 40k universe. In fact, I'm pretty sure the story is actually ripped from the book, so they've got nothing to do with the story or the look.
It's got the look.
She got the look.
Heresy. Yes. And I love the fact that the characters have developed through the whole series.
Yeah, I just don't want to play the games because the games are bad. The bad games, bad times. Dawn of War 2 was a bad time. Didn't like it.
It was very, very different.
I want to build a base.
It was different from what everyone wanted it to be. They just wanted like another updated, extended version of Dawn of War 1.
They basically just tried to go, oh look, Company of Heroes is popular, so let's do that.
But even then, you can build bases on Company of Heroes.
Yeah. I didn't like it at all. Did not get on with it in any way.
However, it did spawn one thing.
What's that?
Bold Brothers.
That wasn't Dawn of War 2. Wasn't that Dawn of War 1 lines?
Yeah, but Captain Diomedes.
Was he from 2?
He was from 2.
Alright, all is forgiven. It deserves a place in the world, but I don't want to play it. Like, if they could...
Commander Boreal was from Dark Crusade, I think.
Yeah.
So he was part of the first. And then Diomedes was part of the second one. And he's part of the third one as well, but he's changed his tone because he's now in that one he's a Terminator chaplain.
I loved the Winter Assault campaign. That was a fucking good campaign.
Proper introduction of the Necrons in that one,
yeah. Right. No.
Firing the Titan's gun.
Yeah. I really love just building up my base and getting a Bane Blade. There is a game that I'm gonna probably play as a Let's Play at some point. I don't really do RTSs that much, but I will make an exception for Warzone 2100.
That one would be a decent one, purely because it's not like other RTS games, because it's all timed. So you have to be quick about the campaign, you have to be quick about your upgrades.
Yeah.
Otherwise the AI just rolls in, beats your ass with a stick.
It was, I think that was probably either the first or second real-time strategy game I ever played. It was either that or Warcraft 2, both of which I had on the PlayStation, and both of which I absolutely loved.
I didn't play Warcraft.
You didn't play Warcraft 2?
Nope.
Oh, it was good. That was a good game.
I was going to say the only Warcraft thing that I have played is the very short period of time that I played on World of Warcraft.
Oh man.
I haven't actually played through any of the other Warcraft-esque games.
The actual Warcraft games were pretty damn good. Warcraft 3 was also pretty good.
I know they're all fantasy real-time strategies.
Yeah, I think I had Warcraft 3 on the PC, and I enjoyed the mission. You can make your own missions, add like a map maker sort of thing.
That's exactly where bloody Dota came from.
I know, yeah. I used to play around with that and make ridiculous maps. It was fun.
I'll have to admit, as much as it's like a super popular game, Dota is an awful game.
Yeah, I mean, I've never played it. I never had any. Those 3-lane highways. There's only one game really that's really, you know, I've enjoyed in that sort of vein, and that's Orcs Must Die.
Well, even then, Orcs Must Die wasn't anything like Dota.
Well, no,
It's just a tower defense with you jumping around like a psychopath shooting up.
Yeah, and Dota is basically, instead of tower defense, it's just multiplayer version, and it's I don't know, never really interested me so much.
Why? All it is it's a game for statisticians.
Well, I mean, we played EVE Online, so we can't talk.
Yeah, we played EVE Online, but EVE Online was essentially a stock market simulator.
It was an Excel spreadsheet with a front end.
That we could shoot pirated, which
Yeah.
was glorious.
It's an Excel spreadsheet with a pirate shooting mechanic.
Oh.
It was fun though. I had a good time in it.
Honestly, that's what they should actually make Office work. They should just turn Office work into a game so that it's just not a dull, monotonous, brain-draining.
I mean, that's pretty much how I treat office work at the moment. Because I'm working from home, I was just like, if I get a certain amount of work done, but you know, an amount of work that I classify as the morning's work, I'll take a little bit of a longer lunch and play some Rocket League. At the moment, I'm not doing that, so I am just working through my lunch because I don't get enough done. Because I keep getting distracted by stuff.
Four-legged things, by any chance.
Well, that and like YouTube and stuff.
YouTube?
Yeah. Been rinsing a podcast at the moment. It's like an engineering disasters podcast called Well, There's Your Problem, where they go through basically the biggest engineering disasters in history and point out where the things went horribly wrong.
And where it could have been so easily fixed.
Yeah.
If it wasn't just for like one guy missing one.
Well, I mean, there are some where it's just like, yeah, no, there's nothing that could have fixed this. Yeah, this was always going to happen. They should have just not built it in some cases.
Yeah, where they've built like a particularly awkward construction.
Yeah.
And it looks good, but none of the physics work, so it just implodes on itself.
Yeah, like the one I'm listening to at the moment, it's got basically in India they built like the world's biggest like chemical storage facility in the middle of a city, and then they decided to build the most of the facility out of not stainless steel, just standard steel,
Styrene.
just carbon steel, which is like, yeah, that's just a rust factory waiting to happen. And so when like, well, I haven't gotten as far as that, but I'm assuming that things are gonna start leaking and chemicals are gonna go everywhere.
Quickly.
Yeah. I enjoy the way they explain engineering stuff. Like he was explaining basically how a type of nuclear reactor worked, and essentially the material where the atoms have been split that's like really hot. He was just like, yeah, I'm just going to call these spicy rocks. So the spicy rocks go into the water, and yeah, I don't know. It's fun. It's nice.
It's good when they sort of like dumb down those kind of explanations, because if they actually went into the proper engineering explanation, it would just be a horrific humble.
Oh yeah, they would lose me immediately. I mean, sometimes they go, they do go in great detail because it's relevant to.
But for the most part, it'll be a case that they can't dumb it down. They have to say it this particular way because there isn't any other way to describe it, essentially.
Pretty much. But yeah, when you realise just how simple the construction is for some of the facilities that do some of the most like complicated shit.
Yep.
It's mildly terrifying. Hi, Luke.
Look at it, and you're like, oh.
Yeah. Oh wow. There's so many ways this can go wrong.
There's all the ways this can go.
Oh damn.
It's going wrong. How did I not see that?
I know, Luke. I see you there. I see you there. Oh.
Bit of that Balthazar gold on here.
I'm gonna bring the Balthazar out in a sec as well.
It says gold, but it's like one of the more brassy colours.
Yeah, it's basically copper. But I think it's supposed to be the undercoat of a more golden colour.
Essentially, it's the base coat that you put underneath Retributor or one of the other ones. My hands are gonna be black from all of the wash that hasn't dried just yet.
Whilst the paint is having a little dry on there, I'm going to take a quick break from painting, have a little drink, and we're going to have a look at some of the things that have been posted into the channel thing. The Discord. There you go. Well, hey. So here we
Channel
go.
thing.
The channel thing. Right. So what have we got?
The channel hour.
Ooh, Heavy 2777 has posted this bad boy. Ooh, I'm gonna fire on that. I love that. Wait for Badger to turn it off, chat only. Look at that shit. Whoa, that is a detailed boy. I love that detail.
Sweet, I love that model.
That base is pretty spectacular. Does the base sort of, obviously the grass doesn't, but does the rocky bit come with the model, or is that something you've put on there? It looks like it probably should come with the model because of the way that the sword goes down. Although I suppose you could put the sword up as well. But that looks awesome. And we've also got a picture from the back. Look at that. Very nice.
I noticed that you've used the helmeted head. Because he does come with a
non-helmeted head.
A blank head. Like a face. Comes with a face! That's the word!
It's a texture base that he's got on there. Very nice. Love that. Well done, Heavy. better than anything I could do. I'm getting there. We'll see.
My flame effects are still far from perfect, I will admit. So I aspire to that level of tasty goodness.
Right, I think I'm gonna have... Yeah, let's do the gold first, and then I will do a second coat of the Avalon Sunset. Yeah, all your Grey Knights need helmets. No fighting demons without helmets. Safety first! Safety
Except
first!
Haldor Drago, who's in the warp without a helmet. I think it's Haldor Drago? But he's a strange one, even for Grey Knights.
Yeah, he sounds like a mad cunt.
He is. He's only allowed in the material realm for short periods of time, because Tzeentch essentially went, "Oh, you! I know you've smited my mightiest champion, but tra-la-la, have some warp space, dude." And then he flew into it to kill all the demons, and Tzeentch was like, "Oh shit," because he didn't die, and he kept killing demons. He was like,
"Why won't you just die?
This isn't how it's supposed to happen. Let me read the manual." And he just keeps going and going and going. And every so often he'll pop into the material plane to help dudes out because he sees a warp rift. But when the warp rift shuts, he gets sucked back in.
He gets sucked off every time it shuts, does it?
He does. This is why he keeps doing it. Wait.
Ah, I just painted some gold on my gun. Damn it. Okay.
Drago is a special boy in the lore. He's got a lot of plot armor. Let's just say.
Yes, Drago is weird, but planning on a kit bash for him with helm.
He does have an older model, so you've got a good start there.
Yeah. He's gonna put a helmet on him.
He is mostly just a Terminator. Castellan, I think. So there is always just using a standard spod and just pimping his shit.
Pimp that shit.
Pimp him.
Pimp my Space Marine. Alright, let's get some more Avalon Sunset on.
I'm pretty sure Pimp My Space Marine just made the Emperor's Children. Pre-heresy and post-heresy colour schemes.
All the perp and the gold.
The loud music.
Noise Marines!
Probably hydraulics on the rhinos, so they could bounce to the beat. What up, Mazinos? And then they just gun them down.
Ah, this paint's a lot thicker. Nice. This is a suitable force of paint.
Thin here. I am thin here.
Okay, favourite loyal and traitor legions? Good question, Heavy. Good question.
I must say that my favourite loyal Marines have got to be our good old Fisty Boys. Good old Fisty Boys. Everybody loves the Blood Angels and that because Sanguinius is the Bay. However, I just like the tactics and the feel of the Imperial Fists. They are unbreakable siege makers.
So you enjoy the feel of a fist.
I enjoy a good.
You enjoy a good fisting.
A good sized fisting force.
Apologies for the barking in the background. I don't know what's upset them. Something in the garden.
Oh my god, squirrels! Holy shit, there's a bird! Get out of my garden, bird! Oh.
Pretty much. I will agree and say that Imperial Fists probably are my favourite. Well, I do have a soft spot for stuff like the Salamanders.
Ooh, yeah, the Salamanders are a very, very close second.
Yeah. I like the look of the White Scars as well.
These Mongolians.
Pretty much. What about traitor clans? I don't know all that many, to be honest.
I must admit, I am a dirty, dirty Thousand Sons boy.
I personally just love Khorne Berserkers, so...
You go with the World Eaters?
Yeah.
World Eaters are essentially Khornites.
Probably go with World Eaters, yeah. I've never actually had a Chaos Army. With all the new models they've released, it's probably not a bad time to start collecting. Like, the last time I was looking at Chaos as a potential army to collect, they were basically just reskinned Space Marines.
They were, and now they've actually started to improve like the actual models for them.
Yeah.
For each of the particular sort of Primarchs.
Yeah. What about you, Heavy? What's yours?
Yeah. Gotta tell us, boy. Who are your bays? Your Space Bay Marines?
That didn't work.
Yeah, because I messed it up right at the end there. I was like, oh shit. I had to keep going though, I had to keep going.
You tried.
Mama didn't raise no bitch.
Mama didn't raise no fool. That's a good song. Play trying this? I love Primus, they're so good. Ooh, come on. Get in there, you bastard.
This is where it turns out that your favourite Traitor Legion is going to be the Iron Warriors there, isn't it, Heavy? It's going to be the polar opposite of the Imperial Fists. Because where Imperial Fists are the Siege Makers, the Iron Warriors are the Siege Breakers.
Hi, puppy. Oh, the third dog has arrived. What you doing, puppy? Oh, she's gonna chew a bomb.
Doing her arsehole.
Yeah.
On camera, it's like, yeah, work it. Give me those bits.
She just comes up and gives you a quick lick. It's like, hi. Acknowledge me, please. And then you acknowledge her and she's like, yep, cool. Cheers.
Like, I love you. Give me the attention. And then it's like, yeah.
Ooh. Heavy says 30k Sons of Horus. But yeah, 40k is the Iron Warriors.
The
You called it.
Lunar Wolves. So you're going for like the old school loyalist love.
I've not really paid much attention to the 30k like lore. It's all Horus Heresy stuff, isn't it?
Essentially, yes. 30k is all the Horus Heresy. Pre-Horus Heresy and during.
Ah. I do need to read the loyal. He's saying Raven Guard.
Ooh, Raven God for the loyalties.
Fuck the Black Legion and fuck the Lunar Wolves. All hell, the Sons of Horus. Yeah, I should really have a go at reading through those books. I don't know. I haven't really read a book for a while.
There is like one particular section from one of the Horus Heresy books, and it is actually one of the Dark Angels books. Though Flight of the Eisenstein is my favourite book of that series so far.
Okay.
That book essentially dictates what happened to the loyalist members of the Traitor Legions, especially the Death Guard, and the creation of essentially the Grey Knights. But the bit that I'm talking about is in, I think it is Fall of Angels, because there's two Dark Angels books, because the story is split in half. One is essentially the rise of Lionel Johnson.
Okay.
And the second one is pretty much what happens to Caliban as the Horus Heresy's starting to kick about, and Luther and all that stuff, and the traitors.
Yeah. Yeah, sorry about that. Hey! It's enough.
I will not really say any more, but it involves a dreadnought. And because it's such an epic moment that I don't want to spoil it for anybody. But I absolutely loved what happened on that part.
Excellent. I look forward to reading it. I feel like I feel like the only way I'm going to force myself to read stuff is by like doing a book club stream every so often. I don't know.
Don't make it like a paint stream.
Because I just don't read anymore.
Oh, no, you got to. You gotta get it. You gotta get back into that flow, bro.
You see, since the only way I'd read is if I like literally banned myself from using my phone in bed. So I just sit there looking at Twitter and shit.
You know what you do?
What do we do that?
You get it on your phone.
Oh.
You get the digital copies of the books, son.
Yeah, Heavy says I cried a little during that part, Badger. I could feel it.
Yeah, it was so amazing though, that part. It was like, true sacrifice, but also, my God, yes.
I can but wonder.
Yep. And then there's all the information about good old Rylanor. And Rylanor is pretty easy to look up because he is Emperor's children.
Mm-hmm.
And he is probably one of the greatest characters in the whole series.
Fair enough.
And he's a dreadnought.
Nice.
As well. So amazing!
Just read the first 4 or 5 books apparently to start. I think I actually did read the first book, because I think it's written by Dan Abnett, which is one of my favourite authors. And I think the reason I didn't continue was because I figured out that Dan Abnett also wrote Gaunt's Ghosts, and then got lost down that rabbit hole for a millennia. Anyway, hello Ferb. How are you? I hope you're well, Fern. How was your day at work? I'm assuming it was very busy. As you haven't joined us tonight, obviously, which is fine. We're cool with that. Life takes precedence. How is your Helldrake getting on?
Oh, I just had a heart attack there.
You nearly had a heart attack?
Ah, you knocked me bloody paint pot.
Oh.
I've like, both my hands are full. I can't stop it if it falls over.
Ouch.
So you know that moment where everybody says, a warrior has it just before he makes his first sword strike against an opponent and time slows down, or bullet time happens and it goes.
Yeah.
I can't actually. Yeah, that happened, but I couldn't do anything about it. I'm just staring at it.
Yeah, and you're watching shit happen. It's like that happens apparently as like a car crash is happening and you witness it.
Yeah, it's also to take a lot of the seriousness out of that moment. It also happens when a biscuit snaps and drops in your tea.
Yeah.
And you're like, no.
I would say that they're similar levels of severity. Biscuit dropping in tea, that's a proper first world problem right there.
Napping off and causing you all that mischief.
And then you got to drink the bits at the bottom of the tea. Then, oh man, it ruins your day, man. Anyway, I will read chat now. Fern had a lot to catch up on after being ill last week, so yeah, was pretty busy. Heldrake doing well. Haven't done anything more to it since finishing the first swing the other week. Oh no, don't worry. Feel free to paint along with us, or if you want, you can join us next week and do more. I don't mind. How many models have you actually got unpainted, Fern? Does Badger need to get you more?
You do need to get out more.
Because if all she's got left is a Heldrake, I think.
Heldrake and 4 dudes.
Heldrake and 4 dudes, that's definitely worth a trip to the Games Workshop, that is. Alright. Just looking at what the fuck this is, but then it's like, oh, right, it's Guilty Gear. It'll kick in a minute.
It's like it starts off like really, really weird, and like how you're not used to it. Like big piano solo, and then it's like, yeah, boy, this is it.
Yeah, I think it's supposed to be the credits music. Let's skip that. Get some Doom on the go. I am toying in my head with the idea of making one of the kneecaps red.
You could do that?
As a, like, you know, just a
squad marking, essentially.
I wouldn't even necessarily say that. What's it? Accent. Yeah, it's got 4 Rubiks unpainted and half a Heldrake. Damn. Yeah, send Badger down to the Games Workshop. This brush is never going to get clean.
Unclean.
I'm going to try it on this model and see what it looks like.
And then it'll be easy enough to do it on the other models if it does look decent.
Yeah, I'm thinking it will. I'm thinking it's like, because you know on my towel, like each of the knee pads have got like a little red line on them.
Yeah.
I think it'd look cool.
Only one way to find that out.
There is only one way to find that out. Let's have a go.
Do it now.
Do it now!
Hit the kneecap. Loud.
Alright. Way too much paint on that brush.
Oh, it's... Oh, get there slowly. But I will admit, though, the Rubik Marines that you have painted and the Heldrakes are spicy good. Oh,
Yeah.
very, very good models.
The pictures I've seen of your models, Fern, have been very nice. And even like the first few that I've seen, like there has been like a marked improvement model on model. Like, they've been getting tidier and tidier, sort of thing.
Get back into the flow after 15 years.
Yeah.
Stick this to one side for a minute while I work on this.
Alright. That's pretty much it. Just gonna sort of try and straighten out the lines a bit. But I'll try and take some of the paint off a bit. So I think it's a little bit too much on there. It's not quite flat, there's dimples and shit in it. Alright. Well, I can't really see it from there. We're getting nearer to this this model being painted. And I think I'm going to start on another one. I haven't actually got much to do on this now. I've just got the black to do, I think.
Have you painted his eyes?
And the eyes. Yeah, and the eyes always need tidying up because I always fuck them up. But I'll get me smallest possible brush out for that. But I'll probably do that next. But I'll show you what the knee pad looks like. Let me get my camera thingy up. There it is. Alright, whoop.
Oh my boy.
God damn it.
Looking smooth. Actually, that does look like a nice touch.
A little bit of an accent on him. It's just the kneecap there. Okay. Oh, Fern's next purchase is going to be Ahriman, and then you'll be doing a defiler. Nice. I don't know what Ahriman is as a character.
Yes, Ahriman is the Thousand Sons leader.
Oh.
Well, he's one of the Thousand Sons HQs.
See, I just do not know I don't know my Chaos Law.
Ahriman is essentially the dude who came up with the spell that turned all the Thousand Sons Marines into the Rubrique Marines, which are the essentially spirits in armor. He basically gathered his greatest bunch of dudes behind Magnus's back and cast the spell to stop something called the Flesh Change, which is an inherent issue with the Thousand Sons gene seed that forces them to spontaneously mutate because of warp influences. So he got his dudes, and he went, "Okay, lads, we gotta stop this flesh change somehow. So let's do this. It should work." And then it didn't work as intended. It stopped the flesh change, but essentially reduced all of the Thousand Sons to dust, trapping their souls within the armor and sealing the armor shut.
Oh. Okay.
So this is a reason why they are essentially classed as automatons, because they are like the Wraith Knights, not Wraith Knights, the Wraith Lords and the other ones. The Wraith Guard, that's it, the Wraith Guard. And they're pretty much just blind spirits in armor.
Yeah. You see, this is why we keep Badger on the stream. He knows.
I know the things.
He knows the law. Oh, Heavy might have his found his equal, and Fern just shouts, "All is dust!"
So I do love the lore aspect of the hobby quite nicely. I have spent a lot of time watching lore masters on YouTube. 40k Theories, Arch, Major Kill, I think it's Luthien or something.
Ooh.
I've seen a lot of them, and a lot of them come from, like, they get most of their lore from the books and the codexes and all that, but they also just, I'm pretty sure that they do actually just ask Games Workshop for some of the fluff.
Yeah.
They scour the books and the old White Dwarfs and everything to get
I'm sure
what they
there's
need.
some things that probably White Dwarf just make up on the spot when they get asked.
Well,
Even they don't know, probably.
That's how a lot of this stuff really comes about. How a big batch of theories comes around is they go, we're not we're not allowed to tell you. So everybody's like, oh my god, it's this. And they're like,
And in reality, it's just like we have no fucking idea. Stop
we
asking us,
haven't
please.
quite figured out how to write this into the system just yet. Hold on, guys. Calm your tits.
Our tits will be uncalmed. Oh bollocks! I just painted black. I just painted black on a fucking yellow bit.
Yeah, all the musky ancient tomes of the old lore. Also, I believe that there is a site called the Lexiconum, which has some of this condensed stuff on. It's almost like a wiki without it being a wiki.
Yeah.
And it has some of the really weird and obscure things on it as well.
Nice. Yeah, my wheelhouse is probably Imperial Guard. I've read enough Imperial Guard books to know roughly most of what goes on there. I'm a massive Imperial Guard fanboy. And my army is based off one of the armies that Gaunt's Ghosts run into on an ice world called the Vitrian Blue Bloods. They're not. I haven't actually copied the scheme entirely because I thought it looked naff, honestly. But so I made my own, just like an ice world themed, very heavily tank based army. I just went, yeah, this is my own.
Like, I will make this like this, and it will be good. Nobody can stop me.
They are, lore-wise, my army are based on one of the other 3 habitable ice worlds in Imperial space. One of them is the I can't remember what it's. I think it might actually just be called Vitria, the planet that they were on. I've written it down somewhere, but I can't remember it off the top of my head. Yeah, it's the Tanith first only. Oh, they're my favourite.
After this box set came out, and listening to the Siege of Rex, I do have a great love for the Kriegsmen. I love them Kriegy boys.
Yeah, those models look sick, man.
Thing is, no Kriegsman has a name. Because of the way that they essentially destroyed their own planet with nuclear warfare, spent years and years and years underground, being sort of like sickly and irradiated. They Vacro practically all of their population, and of course they're not going to name everybody who comes out of a tank, so they just get stamped with a barcode essentially and sent out.
A big question's about to be asked of you, Badger.
Yeah.
Heavy has a big question for you. He would like your opinion / theory on something. Warhammer themed, of course.
If I go Heavy,
Go for it, lad.
well, I may already have my own opinion upon what you're about to say.
Can you predict what he's about to say?
No, I can't predict what he's about to say. I'm not 1,000 Suns.
Fair enough. Go on, Heavy. Chuck it at us.
Lay it on me, boy.
brush is now clean. Good. Whose fault is the Horus Heresy? There you go. These are the big questions we answer on this stream.
Now, I am very, very happy to go along with everybody saying that Erebus is the cause of the Horus Heresy. However, it is a great belief that because the Emperor could see all that was going to happen, and he let it happen, because he could have just like nuked Horus from orbit with super psychic special wiggly powers. I believe that the Horus Heresy may have actually been caused by the Emperor himself. Controversial.
Ooh.
Some might say heretical.
Heresy!
But it may just be part of his grand plan.
Your local Inquisitor is on his way to your location to purge you.
Please stay seated
Please be
until all orbital bombardments are complete. Now, if I do have to pick like a particular person, it's totally Erebus.
You know, I quite like the controversial answer to that. I think it works.
The Emperor...
It's his own damn fault for not stopping it before it happened.
Well, with the way that the Emperor is essentially described as being an accumulated group of souls, rather than a single, like, you know, one man's superpowered soul taken over. He's pretty much all of Earth's old psychers kind of going, okay, we've already seen what's coming. Let's make a dude let's just like join ourselves together and fight the good fight. So they've already seen what's coming. And now they're all one person who is, in fact, the Emperor. So the Emperor can see into the future.
That's deep, man. That's deep.
He knows what's coming. He knows how to deal with it.
But he does nothing.
He's in it for the long game, son. The long game.
It's like all of the Western governments who know what's coming in terms of climate change. We've told them we're all going to die a horrible, horrible death, and they do nothing. So it's their fault.
Because they know what's coming.
Indeed. There you go. Question answered.
We need to get into the dark age of technology first, though.
Erebus had just a small role.
The thing is, the smallest role can cause the biggest issues, sometimes. Just a push. Just think of World War I. That sniper shot, that one sniper shot.
Wasn't a sniper, by the way.
Started.
A dude literally ran into the middle of the road and used a handgun.
Shot him.
Yeah.
But even still, that one guy.
Actually, it might have, you know what? No, it might have been a grenade, actually. I think he chucked a grenade. Or some explosive.
Have it, lads. But even still, he was one cog. He was one cog. And he essentially caused billions and billions of people to die.
Yeah.
That one action. So even though Erebus is a small part of it, he is the whisper of dissent. But he also had the knife. He also directed Horus to his own downfall, and Horus could have said no. He's a Primarch, talking to a random Space Marine dude from a chapter that the Emperor had already chastised, saying these guys are douchebags. They're doing all this religious stuff and I'm telling you not to do the religious stuff because you're douchebag. the Emperor is, of course, from Boston.
Indeed. Right,
Dictate of Nicaea.
Let's get this all sorted, shall we? Ah, fuck, my guy's twitching. Luke, I can hear you, I can see you. Just give me a minute.
Decree of Nicaea basically went, "Oi, stop being psychic." And everyone was like, "But we like the psychicness. It tingles with our buttholes." And he says, "No, no psychic. Bad things happen." And they were like, "Oh, okay."
Rough.
Well, the thing is, Magnus probably did blind the Emperor's sight because of the way that he decided to go. Oh yeah! Through the barrier that was protecting the Emperor's great webway project scheme.
Are you suggesting that one of the characters was in fact Macho Man Randy Savage?
I was thinking more the Kool-Aid guy, but
Oh, okay.
Magnus was big and red as well, so he could be both. He could have dropped on him with a sweet elbow and been like, "Yo, dog.
The cream of the crop!
Cream of the crop."
I enjoy that image. Comes through there. Oh yeah!
Oh, right. It's good. I had checked it. Excellent.
Right.
Yes, everybody hates Erebus because essentially Erebus is the punching bag.
Yeah.
But I do believe that the Emperor must be at least partially accountable for his grand plan to fight chaos. Because at this point in time, the Emperor's a pretty powerful soul. Even more so, and chaos is scared of him.
This is a pre-soul draining cripple years.
Well, even more so, like after the soul draining cripple years, because he's sitting on the throne, doing a whole load of nothing with his power, and billions upon billions of humans are dying every day, praising the Emperor.
You could argue, though, that he actually doesn't have any power anymore, and he's just a cripple.
Well, his body is being maintained; it's still alive. He
Yeah.
can't do anything except sit on the throne.
Yeah, he literally has no power. He is
This is
dead, for all intents and purposes.
This is also leading into another theory of what Cypher is doing. Because Cypher needs to talk to the Emperor, but nobody will let him talk to the Emperor. Because everybody believes that he's going to kill the physical body of the Emperor. And we can't have that now, can we? Except if Chaos didn't want it to happen. Because once freed from his physical bonds, he becomes a super powerful warp entity. Godlike, you might say. Like the Emperor should be. Think of it this way, you know Dogma? Where God is essentially trapped in an old man's body and kept on life support while like the main bad guys are trying to do the bad things. Well, I know, terrible, horrible, horrible spoilerificness from the Badger. Horrific spoilerificness from the Badger.
Do I need a spoiler warning?
Yes, put it down there. Got that.
If
got
we've
that
got a
back.
spoiler warning, I can't remember if I took it off. I deleted it.
If not, I will make this. A Wooga, spoiler warning, a Wooga Dogma. Okay? You've been warned, turn your shit off if you don't want to hear it. But right near the end of the film, essentially, they unplug God from life support, the mortal body dies, and they are released, and they stop the bad guys from doing bad shit. And they're like, "Bosh!" and they kick their ass.
Nice.
So the Emperor is currently in that state. He's trapped in what is essentially a jam jar. He's kept in a jam jar, and we need to open the lid. We need some strong boys.
Strong boys.
Strong boys, yes. Yes, essentially the I won't go any further because that is the biggest cipher theory. The one thing, Heavy, that nobody should ever try to make any sense of is the bloody Alpha Legion. Jesus, the Alpha Legion. I think Games Workshop are lost about those guys. Are they loyal? Are they not? Who knows? Let's roll a dice. Wait, they're both. Shit.
What are we gonna do?
I'm Alfarius, and so is my wife.
Right, starting my second model now. Don't think I'll get this one finished, but I'll do the first base coat, and then I will start trying to do a bit of dry brushing on the other model, so I can finish that one. Sweet guitar.
Nice.
I am Alfarius, and who are you? You Omegon, or Alfarius as well. Well, you got to thank you for the theory there.
You're all Alfarius. Just a nice little tidbit about the Alpha Legion. Their Primarchs were the shortest of all of the Primarchs.
Shortest by stature.
Shortest by stature because they were the same size as their brother Marines, so that everybody could say I'm Alfarius. Essentially, they could blend in with their brothers, and none of them were like 18 foot tall like a certain salamander. Cough.
I'm Spartacus. I'm Spartacus.
Damn it, Vulcan, you big chungus of a Primarch boy.
Alright.
I love Warhammer.
Yeah. I think my favourite book overall has to be, I'd say the Eisenhorn trilogy. That is a fantastic set of books. If you ever see that one, grab hold of that shit. It is so good.
I think I managed to read the first book.
It gets better.
Yeah.
Eisenhorn is. I think the first Eisenhorn book was like one of the first books that Dan Abnett wrote. By the time he got round to 2 and 3, he really got better at writing some certain characters.
Stride.
Yeah, like he freely admits when he did the first Taurus Heresy book, he didn't have a clue how to write Space Marines. By the time he was writing the second Eisenhorn book, the Space Marines in that are fucking bitching. I think there's literally 3 Space Marines in the second book, and I think one of them's there's 3 Chaos Space Marines, 1 Space Marine. The Space Marine gets killed by I think 2 of the Chaos Space Marines, and then Eisenhorn has to dispatch a Chaos Space Marine, an Inquisitor, against the Space Marine. The Space Marine's going to win 9 out of 10 times. 90% of the time, that Inquisitor is toast. And
yes, because he's not like a 9 foot tall super soldier.
He just and he one-on-ones him and comes out just about on top. and he does a scenery kill, I believe, and pops him into some chemicals. You alright there, Luke? What you doing?
Surprising you should say that, because during Brutal Cannon, a Mechanicus Dominus kind of pulls off a similar trick.
Yes.
Getting their ass handed to them.
I think they were actually investigating a Necron world, and they were going to a Necron Under city thing, like a buried monolith, basically. And some Chaos Marines were there, and yeah, it didn't end well for the Chaos Marines.
Never does, because chaos is not the way.
Indeed. Okay, let's get some more paint here. Luke, you sat very precariously on the end of the couch though. You're probably going to fall if you stay there.
But you can't tell me what to do.
It's like, there's a husky where I usually sit. Move the husky. No, he got there first.
Age before beauty, yo.
I'm kind of hoping that they never do, you know, a live-action series or something of Gaunt's Ghosts. Just because when I was reading the books, when I'm reading a fiction book, I will give the characters voices and I will do them whilst I'm reading it. So I read dialogue out loud because I'm weird.
The biggest thing that you're worried about is they're gonna put the wrong voices.
Yeah, if they give the wrong accents, the wrong voices to my characters, I'm gonna be displeased, to put it lightly. Ah, bugger. I've just realised that this song will get content ID'd on YouTube. Great.
Does it have lyrics?
No. It's the melody that gets content ID'd. This one's been content ID'd a couple of times. I was supposed to remove it from the playlist, but obviously I haven't.
You could just skip it?
I mean, it's already started, so it's going to happen, so I'll skip it.
Don't you have the 10 seconds?
Oh no, there are no rules on YouTube. It's just like, oh, the AI bot has found some melody that's similar to something that we have on our records, therefore it content ID.
Wah.
And then you try to dispute it as fair use, and then they're like, no, fuck you.
Not today.
Right. So my Disco Elysium videos on YouTube are just because I've tried to dispute it, and they're basically like, no, if you try to dispute this again, we're gonna
Write you down.
Yeah, they might take my channel down, blah blah blah. I've just trimmed out those sections of the video, so on YouTube my videos are about 5 minutes shorter than they are on Twitch, because I just trim out the bits that they find offensive. So if you want to watch my videos in full, watch them on Twitch. I know that this video is going to get uploaded on YouTube. Yeah, find me on Twitch. Ooh. This little paint bit is running low now. Just doing a little nitty gritty bit here. Yeah, it's been a very lawful episode today, isn't it?
Yes.
We have neither broken the law, and we have also been very full of law.
We have not been fighting the law. Fighting the law.
Breaking the law, breaking the law.
Yes, because my brain is stupid.
You,
I was like, wait a second. As I was singing it, I was like, this isn't right.
You were conflating I fought the law and the law won with Breaking the Law by Judas Priest.
Are their powers combined?
Yes. Two very good songs that if you tried to mix them, I'm sure would break into like one of those horrific mashups that you get on YouTube. That usually involve Thomas the Tank Engine.
Always involve Thomas the Tank Engine.
Yeah. Okay. I think that's enough from that model for now. Which I'll finish you. I'll finish him next week. But for now, I'm going to do the dry brushing bit and completely finish this model. So I need to do the ink, Agrek Surf shade on this particular one.
Concentration time, ladies and gentlemen.
It certainly is. Feel free to chuck more questions at us, should you wish us to continue yammering on. Otherwise we'll just end up...
Quiet.
Yeah.
Because we're just both going to be sitting here, but like, gotta do it. I
Okay.
painted the thing.
Yeah.
Shit, I painted the thing.
Yeah, that's pretty much how these streams usually go, isn't it?
Most of the time it's like, oh, oh shit.
Yeah.
Either, god damn it, I missed a bit, or god damn it, I painted over a bit I shouldn't have painted over.
One of those two usually. Nice. Perfect.
I'll do that on the other side.
I need a little bit of yellow on there, I think.
And it is all yellow.
Fern's saying she's not going to be much help looking at kawaii wallpaper for one of your daughters. Oh, that's Japanese word for cute, isn't it?
It is. Looking at super cute wallpaper.
Hello Kitty's a kawaii cartoon, as is Agretsuko, which is fucking fantastic. Agretsuko is brilliant. If you've never seen Agretsuko, see it. God damn it. Got a cutesy little red panda who every sort of night when she's finished work, got a shit job, she goes and she sings death metal really loudly about how her day's been. Fucking Agretsuko is fucking good, man. As an office worker and a fan of metal, I
Would like to do the same thing.
yeah, it just hits me on a spiritual level, let's say. Yeah, and Agretsuko is amazing.
me and Fern finished Squid Game the other night.
I've never seen it, and I've been told that it should be watched, and then Chev was watching it the other day and said it's shit. So I don't know what to believe now.
Is that potentially because you can't speak Korean?
I mean, I'm sure it was sub.
Oh yeah, it's subtitled.
Yeah.
There are some pretty heavy-hitting bits in it.
To be honest, I don't think she watched more than like the first episode.
Yeah, like the first 3 episodes are probably like the slow point where you've got to just get through it.
Yeah.
It's more, they're more like setup episodes essentially.
All right.
And then after that it sort of keeps to the same sort of theme.
Yeah. Apparently, it is subbed and dubbed. I know that Chev likes dubs. If there's an original language going, I will always choose the sub.
Yep.
Just because I prefer it when like you can hear the acting in its original language.
Also, the characters, when dubbing into like English, and you come to characters from like animes and things like that, yeah, I'm sure people love listening to the like everything spoken the way that they usually listen to things being spoken, but sometimes they just put the wrong voice on the wrong person.
Yeah, like the inflection's all wrong sometimes, I guess.
No, it's not just that. They usually always put the right main characters. Main characters in anime tend to be sort of like you can tell some of them have like very, very childish voices, because most of them do tend to be sort of like teenagers and that. And then the minute they get changed into
I agree, like,
English, that's it. They just go super squeaky and 100% more ridiculously annoying, but not in a fun way. It's like, no, don't do this. The character doesn't sound like that.
Yeah.
Oh.
One of the worst cases of that was in my favourite anime, Soul Eater. Tried watching a dubbed episode, and I couldn't get through it. Shinigami-sama does not sound like, Bert and Ernie. He just doesn't. No, never. I'm not having it.
Bert and Ernie Sama.
No. Shinigami-sama is so fun. I love that character.
Yep.
Oh, I dread to think what Excalibur would sound like. I mean,
To be honest, the likelihood is they give him a really, really thick British accent.
Probably.
And it would be like, tally ho, chaps. What?
He was awful in that show. He was the comic relief, deliberately bad character. Excalibur.
This is why you were left down here for 1,000,000 years. So annoying.
Yeah.
He was annoying in the subtitled version, so.
Yeah. What's going to get worse with American accents?
Either that, or they'd give him like a super deep voice for no good reason.
Yeah. He's got the most normal voice out of all the characters. But yeah, I'm 100% on the sub train. I understand that, like, if you're not used to reading subtitles, you will miss a lot of the artwork. And yeah, that sucks because a lot of the the artwork's really nice. So that just means that you have to rewatch it, innit? Alright, I think we are at the point now where I'm gonna... I think this ink's probably dry enough to start painting some dry brush. There we go. Let's get the area of yellow. Boop, 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 boop. Alright, let's get this nice and dry. Barely anything on the brush.
Crisp and dry, the food stays crisp and dry.
Indeed. Oh fucking hell, I just nearly fucking twatted the model out of my hand then.
When to dip my brush into a can of Fanta.
This Fanta tastes weird. I'm not a fan of this, Tar. No, it didn't work. Okay, there we go. Let's, oh fuck, I need more. Forgot about the arms.
The arms.
The arms, where's the arm in that? That's too much on the brush to get out. Okay, that's the yellow dry brush. Very nice. And then I just need to do a little bit of red dry brush. And this brush is now wet. So I'm going to use the other dry brush. I need to clean it.
And so doing, making it wet.
Yes. So if you don't clean it, you just end up painting a colour that you didn't want to end up painting. You can tell this is an Imperial Fist cloth. They're all like yellow and red. Okay, I believe that brush is clean. Let's get some dry brush here. You get that Wild Rider red, which is basically an orange. Get this orange on there. Oh, I've just been typing on my keyboard because that's where my cloth is. Okay.
Where should this paint up really well, and yet it's still very, very happily separating.
Okay. Model done. Happy days.
Nice.
Yeah.
Good stuff. Good sir.
And we've got about half an hour to go.
So you might get the second one done. Who knows?
Yeah, I might get it table ready, but I'm definitely not going to get it fully done. Like if I was being lazy, maybe. There's definitely still some mud on that. That needs clean. Clean, you bastard. Yeah, it's fine. Okay. Right, so I'm just gonna bring this model to the screen with the thingamajig. There you go.
Yes.
There's an Imperial Fist model.
You're looking good, Joe.
Oh, where's the actual point? There it is. With dry brush, highlights, and that extra accent there for the kneecap. Sweet. Alright. Whoop. Camera's back. Good. Right, let's get that next Imperial yellow edge so I'm not tempted to use it. This one looks a lot brighter than the other. Okay.
Well, one of these things is not like the other.
Indeed. A lot of paint right there. Okay. What have I not painted yet? There you go, the arm. Making good progress here. Okay. Here's a question. What genre, not currently tapped by the 40k universe, would you like to be created? Would you like a game to be created in? Redeem my next Let's Play, Space Marine. Hey, I have played it, and it's fucking good, and I will happily play that again. There you go. It's in the queue. Once Disco Elysium and what's his name, Humankind have been boxed off, Space Marine is next. Fantastic, mate. That was such a fun game.
Of course it is, because it's got a lot of the... Not only does it suit the look of the 40k universe very, very well, but it just... the feel of it, essentially the weight of every shot, every swing of like the chainsword, all of that good stuff, just feels like, you know.
Yeah. Oh no, I've not played it on stream yet. So I've played through it like ages ago. I haven't streamed it yet, so I am fully into that, mate. If you want to see the list of games that I've streamed already, you pop it on the About tab, and it's on that list of stuff there. One of the panels. Anyway, what were you saying, Badger? Sorry, I cut you off.
No, it's fine now, but I was pretty much done. So essentially, the weight of the game is in like
Absolutely.
the feel of the combat.
Yeah, it is a very visceral combat. There's only one combat system that that gives you as good a feel for what like the real combat would be like. I'm gonna gush again. It's Ghost of Tsushima. That combat system is fucking phenomenal. and it gives you the sense, that proper sense of like the weight of your sword, and the speed and aggression of hand-to-hand combat. And that's the feel I get when you play Space Marines. That chainsaw is perfect. Just, slicing through orcs. It's beautiful.
I just like something which it does link to it.
Yeah.
But there was like a meme between 40k and Star Wars.
Yeah.
And it was like Star Wars side of it was like the lightsaber, an elegant weapon for a more civilized age, and then it flips over to the 40k one and it's like vroom vroom motherfucker.
In the grim dark future, there is only guts, gore, viscera.
There's only a chainsaw to the dick.
Yeah, it's a good shot, right? Yeah, it's a tough one as well. It gets a bit hard at the end, doesn't it?
Has a very, very nice epic
Yeah, it does.
feel to it.
I do like the way that the Imperial Guard are used in that game as well.
They use like Imperial Guard.
Exactly, they are Imperial Guard.
They're there to hold the line at all costs.
Yeah, including their lives. Their lives are forfeit in the name of the Emperor. Sweet as fucking shit, man. I'm happy with that. I am looking forward to that game. Do you know what? When I was playing Stranglehold, I did say there's like a few games that like are of a similar vein, like, gameplay wise, that I wanted to play. One of them was Space Marine. The other one is Wet, which I also have, and which I will eventually get round to.
Is that the one that goes into the it's got like a red and cream colour?
Yeah, it's basically what if Tarantino did a game.
Yeah, I loved watching that game. I loved playing that game. It's
such a good, well stylized game, that. I did go a bit nuts trying to find all the collectibles, though, I'll be honest.
That's what you do. You gotta find those. Gotta catch them all, yo.
Yeah, gotta get that Chivo.
Gotta get all of that story.
Aye. But as I was saying before, what would you say would be a genre? And I'm gonna take MMO out of the equation, because someone's tried to do that and it's never materialized, and I don't think it ever will. I just don't think there's the player base to support an MMO.
No, there isn't. I mean, everybody loves 40k, but that style, you would have to completely remove like the big boys out of it. So essentially, you would have to play as a guardsman.
Right.
Essentially, work your way up.
Anyway, come on. Have you got any ideas?
I'm gonna go with a really hilarious one.
Go on.
40k dating sim. Boy, you know it'd be good.
Oh, who would be the characters? Would it be like Horus Heresy, where you're going through those characters?
Do you want your Eldar waifu?
Oh, Eldar waifu gent simulator?
Essentially, you are the Inquisitor, and you're gaining henchmen, but it just so happens that all of your henchmen are sweet chicks. Or dudes.
That is an excellent choice. That's an excellent choice, sir. Mine is much more mainstream. I want a proper 40k platformer, so Fern says. Nice. Fucking nerds! APSB!
Nerds!
How are you, mate?
What up, good sir?
We are painting some Warhammer and chatting shit. I want a 40...
I think I honestly summoned him by saying a 40k dating sim.
Yes. Oh, cyberbullying time. Oh man. Yeah, I won a 40k. Yes, the Black Mages. Yeah, I want a 40k battlefield. Like 100 versus 100 battlefield game. Where one side is the Imperial Guards and the other side is Orcs. Or Tau. And you can have Orcs, Tau, Eldar, and the Imperial Guard. I think those would be 4 balanced races. And you could have different, each map could have a different
theme.
Yeah, a different theme, a different set of armies playing against each other. And it'd be so good. 100 versus 100 in like you could have a hive city level. You could have an open warfare across an ice planet.
Yes, your heroes could actually be quite nicely balanced out as Space Marines, Inquisitors, like an Orc Knob, Eldar, Warlock.
Oh, I was honestly thinking like Battlefield 1942 rather than the latest Battlefields where you have like here like not Battlefront style, like Battlefield, and you could have like tanks, you could have planes. It'd be amazing.
Or the Emperor.
Exactly. I'd love it.
Oh.
Alright, here we go. Well, after discovering my little sister can't possibly have a hemorrhoid today, I'm not interested, sorry. I saw that get posted to the Discord. I was like, can't possibly be a real game. But yeah, no, it is.
It is a real game.
Yeah. Someone did done it. Is that your replacement for Muglove now that Muglove's gotten completed? That's going to be an interesting few streams. Can we expect a stream of that this week? I said in the tweet, I suspect. Excellent. I shall await it with bated breath. Masturbated breath. No. I'm sure all of the characters will be over the age of 18. As is standard.
You just know for a fact that halfway through it, that hemorrhoid's going to start talking to people.
Oh.
Yes. Hemorrhoid son.
Twitch would not like that. Your next VN is going to be the one where you have sex with trains. Okay. I don't know that one, but that sounds excellent. I wonder if the PSB train's going to be on there. The train with
PSB
tits.
train? Big titty PSB train? Secret unlockable character?
Oh no. Okay, that is all of the Avalon Sunset done. Well, the first and second coats of it anyway. On to the next colour. After I've had a swiggity swiggy. I've let this bottle last the entire stream, so I'm gonna just basically down the rest of it now.
Down one.
It's very difficult to down from a glass bottle.
That's because it doesn't give. There's no squish.
There you go. Oh, the opening music from Tekken 3 gives me such nostalgia. Oh Well, it's like you know the startup noise for the PlayStation.
Yeah, where it's a
In fact, I've got it. Prepare to have your nostalgia button pressed.
nostalgia tickle.
I think that's it. Oh, do you know what? Bloody, this whole time I've not had chatbot on. I knew there was something I hadn't done. Absolute penis.
So, ladies and gentlemen,
I'm glad no one's tried to use it. Apart from me. Once it connects, I will do the thing. There you go. Try that again.
it's more herp and derp.
The nostalgia. It is real. I fucking love that console. The PS1 was by far... No, okay, PS1 was my first proper console. And the PS2 is my favourite. Just because PS2 had better games on it. You know.
Well, PS2 did have like an amazing library to go with it.
I mean, it had a ridiculous library. And it had no quality control. There was a lot of shit on that console. But that was the joy. You had to wade through the shit to find the gems. When you found a gem, it was fucking good.
Find the gems, Bentley
It just had my favourite games of all time on it. It had the Ace Combat games. Distant Thunder specifically is my #1 favourite game of all time. Got Dark Cloud and its sequels. One of which isn't a direct sequel, but a sort of...
Spin-off?
Yeah. Sort of the same style of game, but like not anything to do with the actual series. That was Rogue Galaxy. Devil May Cry, fucking hell, yeah. All of them. Ratchet and Clank for heavy. You know what, I never actually played the Ratchet and Clank games until like way into the PS3's library. I think I got given a copy of the original Ratchet and Clank and I played through it then. I don't know, I found it in like a charity shop or something.
Like,
50p.
I know what? I'll have a look at this.
Yeah. Yeah, I never actually played the Ratchet and Clank games. I was much more of a Spyro the Dragon, Crash Bandicoot sort of... and Rayman. Oh my god, it had some sick platformers, didn't it?
Jack and Daxter.
Yeah, again, that's another one I never really got into.
I got that game when you could still rent games.
Oh yeah.
Holy shit. That's how long ago it was.
Yeah.
And I sat for 11 hours straight and 100%ed it.
Nice.
No sleep. No sleep, barely any lunch.
Oh.
Had to go like piss twice.
Yeah, I used to rent Legend of Legaia a lot. That's for the PlayStation 1, which I have since bought, and I think it cost me a little bit of money because it is quite a rare game. I think I got it for like 30 quid, but you can, like online it's like 50 now or something. I used to rent a game called Tombi, which is now supremely rare. I wish I'd have stolen that game. That was that goes for like, I think it's like 200 last time I saw it on eBay. So yeah, definitely not worth it. But it's a game I used to play as a kid, so if I can find it for like 40 quid, I'll definitely
The
snap it.
nostalgia.
Exactly, the nostalgia effect. You want to buy the things that you knew when you were a kid.
Buy things that make you happy.
Yeah, even though it won't, it won't make you happy, and it won't. You probably wouldn't even play it, but it's nice to have it as a sort of a memory.
It's there.
Yeah. Okay. That's most of the thing. Jack and Daxter was such a dark series. The second one was so grimdark, with all of the eco. Nice. I do need to have a look at that game. I also need to see Psychonauts, because Psychonauts 2 came out and that's apparently very good.
They're doing a remaster, I think.
Oh, cool.
I think you may got the opportunity to do that.
Nice.
Sure, I've seen the trailer for it.
Yeah, they remastered Medieval, but for some reason I want the original. You know what I mean?
You do.
It's like, the original's the one you remember.
Wants the original for all its doofy quirks.
Oh, it was so good. Like it wasn't good. It was bad. The specifically the platforming in that game was god awful. Like real fucking bad. But I remember it, and it's good. I had so much fun with it. For the time, it was acceptable. Like by modern day standards, it just if it got released today, it would be fucking panned.
It'd be better than most of the bloody games that are released today.
No, it wouldn't.
Even with all the squiffiness.
No, the platforming on that game would dire. Which is why when it came out and all they did was do a retexture on it, it got panned.
How dare you do this? And it's like, oh, this is the game. We just said that we were gonna HD it up.
It's like, this is the exact game you remember with no modern tweaks or anything, and that's what people asked for, and that's what they got.
The exact game you remember.
Yeah, it just looks slightly nicer.
Slams fist on the desk. Don't tell us what to make. It's already been made. It's not our fault that it's got garbage controls.
It was a toxic garbage fire. It really was. The game didn't control well at all.
Transferring like platformers into 3D was always
it was a
struggle.
Challenge. Like some of them did it well. Like the original Spyro the Dragon did it really well. I would say that the original Crash Bandicoot did not. But then again, I don't think it's very helpful to have the camera behind the character. Very hard to judge distance when you're looking from the back. You know what I mean?
I found that like one of the slight benefits, because obviously camera control is essentially what does it.
Well, you had no character control, no camera control in Crash Bandicoot.
Exactly. That's what does it for you. If you had camera control, then your character would be like, oh, I can do this, I can do that.
Yeah.
I will not fall into that spike that I can't see. Here we go.
Yeah, I think Crash Bandicoot is deliberately designed to infuriate.
Be hard as shit.
Yeah, to just be a bad time overall.
It's a challenging game.
There's a difference between challenging and just fucking deliberately awfully designed.
Rage-inducing.
Yeah.
A lot of platformers, regardless of them being 3D or 2D, spent a lot of time essentially being Twitch jumpers.
Yeah.
If you get what I mean, there's very, very hair trigger kind of.
Well, that's the difficulty.
Hitboxes, essentially, and making that into a 3D thing was never going to be.
Never going to be easy.
It wasn't going to be pleasant.
Alright. And then you had the whole 2.5D platformers that sort of came out around the Xbox 360 era, like Explosion Man and such.
Yeah.
And they were, some of them were a bit jank.
Oh, Mr. Dave.
What's that?
Can you remember that physics-based platform game?
What was it called?
I'm not 100% certain, but you had to jump through the mazes and do them in a specific, like, try and jump through the mazes in a time thing. And you would have to solve puzzles, and there'd be turrets shooting at you, or there'd be spikes and that. It's the one that a certain additional Wirelite used to play on the Xbox, and I beat all of his records in astonishing time.
Can't remember, you know. I'm not sure which one you mean.
Oh, it was like a ninja one. I'm trying to. It was like an arcade.
Anyone got any ideas?
Essentially, if you took like Explosion Man and merged it with Super Meat Boy.
Oof. And it's a ninja theme.
Yeah, the little dude that you had would run, jump, bounce off walls, throw ninja stars at things. Oh, that's gonna really grind my ass. That is.
It's gonna do your head in for a while until you realise what it is.
And then it's gonna be completely not what I've said it is. I'll be like, ah.
Anyone out there in the land of?
It was on the Xbox 360,
Okay.
and it was essentially like an arcade game. And it was just a 2D side-on puzzle platformer.
I mean, clearly, it must have been a very memorable game.
It was, purely because I beat all of his items.
Is this one beginning with a B?
It's
No, the gentleman beginning with a B.
yes.
Yes.
And I spent 2 entire hours on one level because it was bullshit.
Did I have it?
You may have had it.
Okay.
Because it would have been one of those little free things that come with like having gold for like 20 seconds.
You see, the only like free game I can remember getting, well, the only free games I can remember was I got Gotham City Imposters. I got Hex. By the way, Gotham City Imposters was very good, very underrated. The player base died almost immediately, but while it was active, it was a very good game. I really enjoyed that one. What else did I get? Oh, I've got a Doritos one.
Without the T-Rex one.
Yeah, and then Monday Night Combat, which was fucking brilliant. That was a great game. Which again, player base died as soon as something else came out. You know what? I am drawing a full blank. I don't actually know what game you're talking about.
The thing is, I can describe the game.
Okay.
I can't bloody remember it if I essentially open up like the Xbox 360 menu.
Yeah.
I would be like,
exist anymore.
yeah, I would probably be able to be like, boom, there it is, sorted, done.
Yeah, no. I don't think we're going to get it. Just a ninja platformer.
Sort of like a Stickman ninja platformer.
Stickman ninja platformer.
Well, it was like a very, very low res character.
I'm googling it.
Xbox 360.
Okay. Let's have a look. So, got Warframe, Mark of the Ninja, Shadow Tax. There's one called N++.
Is it mostly like grey backgrounds?
Can't really see.
It might have been N++.
Yeah, it's grey backgrounds with like blue things. Yeah, I'll get it up on screen so you can see. There you go. This one.
Switch viewing to an eyeball.
Is this the one you remember?
So theme fully abstract. You plays. Yep, that's it. That is exactly it.
Hey, we got there. N++. I've never heard of it.
We got it. Well, that was the thing where I just systematically put on concentration face and did it. And I destroyed it.
Drop a model. It's fine.
Every single.
You beat every single one of his
high scores. In like super good time as well.
Nice.
And I was like, yeah, boy. Because he'd originally said, Patrick, can you do this level for us? And I was like, okay, I'll give it a try. And then I did it. And after that, I just went back through all of the levels and did it again. And again. And again.
You were just better than him. And he was salty.
It was maximum power.
Alright. I've got this this guy sort of semi-completed. I could spend another half an hour and get him done, but I don't know whether you want to finish on time or not. Or whether you're happy continuing on.
I think it will be worth just finishing on time.
Fair enough. And I'll finish this one next time. But anyway, let's just show the ladies and gentlemen our wares. I'll just double check to see if we've got any more stuff on Paint Club. No, we do not. If you want to share your painting with us, what you've been doing alongside us, let us know. Anyway, Badger Cam, show the ladies and gentlemen what you've been up to.
Currently, I have the majority of a orc pumping station
Nice.
working and pretty much finishing up with a lot of the little squiddly details, maybe a few extra bits of like copper or gold here and there.
Very
The majority of it is done.
Sweet.
Done.
Okay. Myself, I have done 1.5 of these boys. Let's bring me camera in. Where's the camera thing? I'm going to go blurry for a second. Whoop. There we go. There's my Space Marine that's been completed with his blue eyes. His newly painted red kneecaps. There's his power pack there. Very nice.
Looking good, sir.
And then there's the half finished one with no eyes. But you know, I'm actually most of the way in the base coating. It just needs a bit of a touch up. Probably another layer of yellow to make it look spiffy. But yeah. Where am I? There we are. Alright then. Shiny. Right, so let's go to this screen, and Mr. Badger, please tell the ladies and gentlemen about your arty streams.
If you give me a moment, I shall also switch my camera because I can do that. Magic. Right, you can join me, Lavender, on Tuesdays and Wednesdays at 12 PM British Standard Time for sketching with Badger and painting more shit with Badger. So it's all good there.
Excellent. Firepower Badger, I will do a link in the chat for you all to go and follow him. Right, there you go. And myself, you can catch me 4 times a week. We do Bulamataris Paint Club on a Monday night. That's what you've been watching. On Wednesdays, we do either multiplayer or just sort of chill out streams. This week is going to be Back for Blood because that gets released tomorrow. So myself and Snooglyphing and whoever else wants to join us, there's 4 places on the team. So Fern or Heavy, if you want to join us on that, you're more than welcome. On Saturday, we'll be doing more Disco Elysium. I think I've got like probably 2 or 3 more streams until that one's completed, and then we're on to Space Marine, as selected by Heavy. And on Sunday, we're going to be, hopefully, if Badger is free, doing more Mech Warrior for you.
We shall have to see about that.
That's fine. If not, then I'll do more Disco Elysium. Anyway, it's been really fun to hang out with all of yous. Thank you so much for being here, and we'll see you next time. Bye!
Toodles!